Hello, pretty girls. Happy Tuesday. I had to think about that for a moment. We are going to go through and have a look at the kits and specials that you guys can get free in your hands during the month of December when you place an order over on my shopping website. So I'm so excited. I love how both of them turned out. And like so many times, like I've mentioned to you guys in the past, I was not super excited about the products that I was working with. And so I was rather surprised. I don't know why I'm so surprised at this point, because it usually happens that way, that even when I'm not sure about a product, I usually enjoy the project that I'm able to create. So let me give you guys a peek at what you can earn free this month. And we're gonna quickly start before we move to my kits that I have custom created for you guys. We're gonna talk about the Close to My Heart specials really quick, okay? Now, as you guys know, if you have not placed an order yet during the month of November or yet in December, if you've not got a hold of the November-December catalog, you are gonna get that totally free as a gift from the home office in your order box. Okay, make sure that you click yes. There's a little box at the bottom in your shopping cart that you'll need to click it, that you do want the catalog, but they're going to send it as a free gift to you. So you're not going to pay shipping on that or anything. It's just really just a little perk that they have extended for you guys. And you want to make sure that you get this because it has really great inspiration, even if you don't plan on placing an order for some of the products, right? So this is going to be free for you guys. And we want to talk about the specials. There are a lot of specials right now. Many of them are centered around Christmas. That's the big holiday coming up. We all know this. And so some of them you have seen in the past months. So you've still got Joy of the Season, which is the cut above. And outside Close to My Heart world, cut above means pre-cut. So it's a pre-cut slimline card kit. And I've shown that to you guys previously when we got it, but it is a fantastic deal. It's got these really great pre-printed bases. It's got these glitter sentiment pieces, the die cut pieces, a stamp set. It's very quick and easy to put together, and the price is absolutely phenomenal. So hop over to the website under the promotions tab up at the top, and you guys will be able to get a really great up close look at this kit. Okay, so Joy of the Season is that one. Then you've got another one that you've seen for a little bit called Deck the Halls. And this is the really fun ornament collection with the beautiful glitter die cuts that are pre-cut for you. It's got an SVG that you guys can take and cut in additional papers or other glitter or type of, fancy schmancy papers if you would like. So this is going to be another one you're going to want to take a peek at up under the promotions tab. Okay. Again, we're running through these really fast and you've seen some of them before. So then another one that I really enjoyed featuring this month in the big workshop are the Gnomes for All Seasons December. So I'm calling it Gnomes for Winter is how I have it over on my blog. But it is the same thing. But this is going to be a fun winter collection, and it does have a few gnomes. Now, I have shared with you guys before, gnomes are not my favorites. So you're going to see a few gnomes sprinkled here and there in the big workshop when we get to that in a moment. But most of it is really not super duper gnome-like, okay? So like I did not use the gnome thin cut. I did not use the stamp set, anything like that. So we've used the paper. And you guys are going to be able to see a much better overview of this over on the website on that promotions tab. Okay. So you can see it's really just not super duper gnome-like, right? It's just got a lot of really great winter patterns. We did use the snowflakes here, but I didn't use any of these other things that are fairly centered around the gnomes. Now, if you guys want something that uses, the thin cuts and the stamp set and that kind of thing, there are a few featured workshops that Close to My Heart has created for you, or rather they have had fellow consultants create the beautiful artwork for you. But you guys can find the cutting guides to those underneath the promotions tab. When you click on those workshop bundles, you'll see a little blue link that says download workshop guide. And that's going to give you your cutting diagram for both the 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, as well as these super duper cute greeting cards as well. So you'll see they've made it really easy for you. They have just bundled all of the products that you need specifically for either one of these workshops. And you can just get those with one single item number, right? So you don't have to worry about buying like a whole pack of cardstock and then kind of dividing it up. You can just grab one item number and everything is there for you. Okay. So this is going to be Gnomes for Winter. Now it is going to end the end of December or earlier. if they run out. Okay. So don't be sad at me that you wait till the end of the month to place your order, and it's gone, because they just many times do not reorder these, especially when it's in the last month of the campaign. Okay. So remember that. So you've got Gnomes for winter, and it is going to be featured in my big workshop. And then you have a brand new one for this month as of December 1st. So we've got Bring Back My Pack Skylark. So what is interesting about this one is this is the kit that when I decided I was going to become a business builder, team builder back in April of 2014, this was the featured paper in the consultant kit. And so I got to see a lot of Skylark back then. So it's been almost 10 years since we had Skylark around, and so they've refreshed it a little bit, added a few new components. So if you liked it back then, you're probably going to like it even more now, but you're going to be able to get the entire bundle. If you're a VIP with me, check the graphics inside the VIP Facebook group, where you guys can actually get additional rebates when you buy the product bundles. There are product bundle rebates for all of the specials that I've shared with you thus far. And so it's just a little additional perk that I like to pass on to my VIP ladies, to just let them know how much I appreciate them. So you can get the entire product bundle at an additional savings. Now remember, if you're a VIP, guys, anytime you make a purchase with Close to My Heart, no matter what it is, you are going to get a 15% product credit return. Okay. So automatically, every single time you see a price, you can just guarantee you're going to get another 15% savings, because that is going to be returned to you in product credit of your choice. So it'll just kind of be stored in your little CTMH cash bank, if you will, your VIP credit bank, whatever it's listed for you guys. But you'll be able to use that for products in the future, or on current orders as you're placing them. So you've got the separate components. You can grab the stamp sets or the paper packs. What I think is amazing, this is the first Bring Back My Pack that we've got a custom stencil for. And that stencil is beautiful. It's 12 by 12 stencil, you guys, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So even if you're like, I'm not really all about Skylark, I don't really like that, but maybe you like the stencil, you can get those separately. So you don't have to get them in the bundle if you don't want to. Okay. So just like the others, you're going to have another Close to My Heart workshop should you guys wish to put that together. And if you go to the promotions tab, click Skylark, you are going to be able to see that download workshop guide. Okay. So you'll be able to grab the cutting files for all of these fun projects and go ahead and put those together. If these are more your speed than something that I'm creating for you, then just have at it. I will also mention, hello, Miss Laurel. I am so glad that you're here. Good evening. But what I wanted to mention as well, guys, I don't talk about this publicly very often, but if you are a VIP with me, you have access to the cutting files and the workshop guides that I purchase from fellow consultants with the rights to use as for my own business. I don't advertise those outside of my VIP group because it's just an exclusive perk for the ladies that are VIPs with me. Okay. So when you join as a VIP, not only do you have all the other awesome perks, we're going to talk about another one here in a second, but you're going to get your 15% product credit back. You do get a free stamp of the month every single month when you place your qualifying order. There are exclusive specials and events all throughout the year as well. Sometimes they even have additional credit bonuses, refer a friend bonuses, and things like that. So there are lots of perks to be a VIP. But with me, you have additional cash rebates, additional ability to earn free cutting guides with your qualifying orders. And my favorite special, currently right now is this really fun plate. Now you saw this plate last month. But I'm going to continue to show it when we do these monthly videos. So I have brought back the yearly annual new VIP gift / renew VIP gift. So if you join as a brand new VIP this year, or you are renewing your current VIP membership with me, you are going to get, after your very first order, after your renewal, after your first order of any dollar amounts, or your first order after you have joined for the first time of any dollar amount, you are going to be able to get this kit that has over 600 captions, sentiments, titles, whatever you call it. It comes in this great big envelope. Let me just tell you, it is a big fun package of it's just going to be a blast. Absolutely a blast for you guys to be playing with. I sent out so many in the month of November, which I absolutely loved. And I'm anxious to see some of the artwork that my ladies will create with these. But these are just fun print and cut pieces. So it's just the thickness of cardstock. They have colored color on the front. Okay. So you'll just add a little bit of adhesive or some foam tape on the back. And they're going to work great as fun little captions, like on top of your photos on your pages, or you can use them as a teeny tiny page title. Many of them will work great for card making. Like here's one on the top that says, "Thanks for being you." If you guys are familiar with me, like if you're friends of mine, and most of my customers are friends of mine, when you guys go through and you look at some of these sentiments on here, you're going to be like, yep, that's something Suze would say. Sometimes my redneck twang will kind of come through, which I know that a lot of you actually really appreciate. So I think you'll have a good time going through these. There's lots of them for Christmas, Thanksgiving. There's lots of fun summer titles. There's Easter and mothers and fathers. And oh my gosh, I tried to it took me months and months and months and months to come up with all of these and to get them all printed out and peeled off the Cricut mat. My husband did a lot of helping me peeling them all off the Cricut mat and putting them in the envelope. So this is just quite a treat for my ladies. But this is a gift that's absolutely free, and it's going to come shipped right to your door. And I absolutely hope that you guys enjoy it. Now, the fun part of this is we're going to be doing a class. I had mentioned that we would do it after Christmas. I had told my VIP ladies we were going to do the class when I got my fiber internet. I did get fiber internet, but after 2 hours on the phone today, we may have the bugs worked out. I'm not sure. Tonight's broadcast is much, much, much clearer than my class last night. So I am like silently inside myself. I'm fist bumping and all the things, right? So we're going to do a Cricut class for my VIPs after Christmas when we get all the bugs with fiber worked out, because I need a crystal clear screen, right, to show you guys all the things with Cricut. But we're going to do a Cricut class where I'm going to show you guys how to create your own print and cut. So I say that to then say this. I have colored your sentiments for this packet in all neutral colors. Okay. So you've got close to my heart palette colors: black, espresso, mocha, toffee, mink, white daisy, and I want to say there is another one, maybe linen might be the other one in there. But you'll notice they're all neutral. But what I'm going to do in this class specifically is I'm going to show you guys not only how to create print and cut images in general, right? Or even take the close to my heart SVGs and jazz them up and make them into a print and cut little die cut piece, RIP, rest in peace, the picture my life cards, where it's my own way of trying to, incorporate something fun like that, since we don't have those anymore. But I also wanted to keep it really simplistic for you as well, where if you guys maybe love these sentiments, but maybe you want them in a color that matches the paper collection that you're working with, and you're like over neutrals, right? And you want something that is more of an on palette match. I'm going to show you guys step by step in that class how to make those happen as well, how to change all of these into colors of your choice. So there's not only going to be fun gifts that are going to hit your mailbox, but there are also really fun gifts inside the VIP Facebook group. But we're going to have a lot of learning as well, especially if the bugs are completely gone out of the fiber, because the Cricut class, as I'd been telling them, the Cricut class needed a crystal clear screen, and we couldn't have all the fuzzies, no internet fuzzies, right? But this is going to be something that those of you that are current VIPs with me and you're renewing your membership during this month of December, this is going to come after your order after that. And it could be an order that you've qualified for the kits or not. It doesn't matter. It's an order of any size, and you'll get this shipped to you in the mail. Okay. So over 600 of these fun little guys. I think you guys are going to have an absolute blast with it. Okay. So, and if you have never joined as a VIP, or maybe you have never joined with me as a VIP, and you might want to reach out to me and get a little more information, please do that. I'll be so happy to answer any questions that you have. And trust me, I'm not one of those girls that's going to bug you or hound you. I will not reach out to you if you decide you don't want to join. It's absolutely fine. But one of the reasons that the VIP program, just a side note, note for a minute, guys. One of the reasons why it is so great for my business is because you get that free stamp of the month. So where everyone else, hello, Miss Jill. Good evening. Hope you're having a wonderful day. For everyone who qualifies for the stamp of the month kits that I'm going to show you guys in a moment, when you place your qualifying order, you're not even paying $5 for your stamp set. And you guys know these are $20 stamp sets, right? They're $19.95 original price. And with a qualifying order, if you're not a VIP or if you're a consultant like me, we have to pay $5. We don't even get them for free, right? But if you're a VIP, you pay this many dollars for it, $0. So you are going to pay for your membership right away. Now, speaking of paying, okay, what I want to tell you guys is during the month of December, if you join as a VIP or if you renew as a VIP, you are going to get an additional product credit. So here's like the skinny on it, okay? So when you join as a VIP or you renew as a VIP, your annual membership is $35. Okay. $35 is nothing, when you compare the benefits that you're going to get, but just hold on a second. Okay. Cause if you like a bargain, sit tight, my friends, right? So you're going to pay $35, but until the end of the year, you are going to get $25 instantly back in VIP credit. So 35 minus 25, kids. How many dollars do we have left, right? Did I sound like a teacher? I know I didn't, but it made me feel smart, right? So, it's $10. $10 it's going to cost you to be a VIP for an entire year. Only $10. Now, you guys, you are going to pay for that with your very first order and you're going to already be money ahead. Okay. So spend 35. Get 25 back instantly that you can use on an order if you would like, or you can choose to save it. It's up to you. So it's going to cost you $10 right out of the gate. You're going to get this tray of goodies. You're going to immediately start saving on your stamp of the month purchases, and you're going to immediately start getting 15% product credit back on all of your purchases. So first order, boom, you've paid for it. Rest of the year is free. It's going to be amazing. So if you are not a VIP, I don't know why. Oh my gosh, it's an amazing, amazing program, okay? Especially if you guys like the kits that I provide for you. So if you've never joined, reach out to me. If you have questions, if not, just go to the website, susanwilliams.ctmh.com. Up at the top, you'll see Be a VIP. Click on that and you'll scroll down and it'll give you all the information that you will need. Put in a little tiny bit of information and boom, you'll be off to the races. Okay. So let's have a look quickly at the Stamp of the Month kit. Now, you guys know this is, I do these kits every single month. And they are free to any of my customers who place a $75 order on my shopping website. They're going to get this shipped right to their door. Oh, pardon me while I'm yawning. Shipped right to their door, just for placing that order. Now, your $75 needs to be after you've deducted any VIP credit and before you've added your tax and your shipping. Okay, so $75 order in your shopping cart, and this little gifty is going to be yours for free. So they're going to come packaged like this. I always like to have a quick overview of what you guys can expect when you get your kit. So it's going to have all of the consumables that you see here in the kits, with the exception of the embellishments. So this kit you are going to be using from your stash, or you can add it to your shopping cart. I use the Gold Star confetti. Now, we're making shakers with the cards this month. And so if you guys wanted to use, maybe you have some loose sequins, or you wanted to use some beads or something like that, something that you enjoy putting inside a shaker, you can pick whatever you might like. But you will use the confetti or whatever you're using for your shakers out of your own stash. And then I also use the Silver Bells dots. They are beautiful, you guys. There is a beautiful brown, silver, and like a fun iridescent white. They're awesome. And I think I've used them in every single project since they released them. I used them in both workshops last month too. So you probably have some of those left over in your stash if you shopped last month. And if you do, you're welcome to use them, or you can add another set, or you can use, oh my goodness. I knew this was going to happen when I started this before 8 o'clock. Sorry, pardon me for the yawning. But you guys can use other bling if you would like, but that is not included, and the shaker confetti is not included. Everything else you guys are going to get in your kit. So you're going to have your, you've got 2 pieces of the watercolor paper here. Now, this is something that we talked about back in October when we had those sweet little owls with the thin cuts. So we used the colored pencils back in October, and I used the colored pencils in December as well, because I kind of went for like a little bit of a soft, really kind of, I don't know, it's not really pastel, but a really soft look, so that it kind of wasn't competing with the neutrals of the silver and gold. And I feel like it looked really pretty. I'll show you guys the cards up close here in a moment, but it really took the colored pencils to pull that off. The markers I tried, that was kind of, it was really a lot. I tried doing some painting with the stamp pads. That was just too much. The colored pencils were kind of the way to go. But as I showed you guys, and I'll show you also when we do some of these tutorials on video, I think that I can color with my colored pencils and be much more forgiving. Like, you don't see my streaks as much, and it looks a little more softer and a little more blended automatically if you do it on the rough texture of this watercolor paper. So even though we were not actually getting it wet like you would use watercolor paper for, the texture is what provides such an amazing look for the colored pencils. So you guys have 2 of the 6x9 sheets of that. So that's going to give you enough, more than enough. You'll have extra, unless you just stamp, put a ton of them on your layouts. But you're going to have more than enough of these that you can stamp and thin cut out all of the images that we've used in this kit. That way you will be able to, if you want to use your colored pencils, or even if you wanted to use some paint or markers and you like the texture, you are going to have enough to do that, and you don't have to go buy any yourself. Okay, so you're going to have 2 full sheets of that. You're going to have both of your 6x8 base pages, because we are in the last month of 2023. We have built another mini album throughout the entire year. So we've now completed 4 years. We started this in the beginning of 2019, where we have been incorporating the 8x6 mini album pages into our monthly program. And if you guys maybe are listening to this and you're new to Close to My Heart, just let me tell you quickly that we do have leather albums as well as page protectors to fit this size of pages. Okay, so it's going to work just like your 12x12 scrapbooking. It's not going to, you don't have to like thumbtack it to the wall or something like that. You're going to be able to protect it away in an album, or if you want to create multiples of the pages, since you are going to have a cutting guide each month, you can give them as a gift. I do have a customer. She is precious and she's been with me from the very beginning. But she actually creates 4 of these every single month, and she does give me permission to always tell this story. But she will use the one that she gets cut for her, and then she will also take the cutting guide that she has access to when she gets the kit, and then she creates 3 more of them. She has 3 grown daughters, and so she creates 1 album for herself, and then she creates throughout the year 3 more identical albums. She's like, Susan, it's so fast. I can almost create 4 of them just as quick as I can 1. She's like, I just stamp everything all at one time. It's like assembly line. I put all the same pictures on them, so it's like a family album for all 4 of us. And she said, it's really quick and easy, but she said, I've been doing it enough years. Now they look forward to it every Christmas. And so that is one of the gifts that she gives her grown daughters at Christmas time, are those completed albums. So it's fun because you guys are going to have the ability to do that every single month. And it's like at the end of the year, the gift is already going to be created, right? And you're giving a gift to someone else, but really you got such enjoyment out of putting it together, right? So just a fun little idea for you guys. And if you didn't know about the page protectors and the albums, we certainly can provide those. Oh my word. My husband is on here. He says, ladies, I think I'm the only one in the real VIP program. I am married to that rock star. He's so silly. I will keep him. He really, guys, he helps pack a lot of the kits, and he has become a professional at peeling cricket mats. So, he is probably, the business probably doesn't work without him. And then mom, who, I hire her to help cut that paper. So it like takes a village, to make all of this happen and all of these free kits to get out the door. Right. So, there was a little bit of buffalo chasing. It's okay. You guys don't expect anything but other than that when you're on a video from me, right? So if you look inside all of your envelopes, all of your pieces for your envelopes are stuck right down inside there, your Cricut pieces as well. And then on your for your layouts, you've got all of your cut pieces for your layouts in the little baggie. Okay, so everything's sorted for you. So when you get your kit, you don't have to do any work sitting there, pulling out the pieces, putting them in piles and all of that. I want you guys to open your kit and be able to go right to work. I don't want you to have to worry about reading a cutting guide. or, getting your Cricut out or anything like that, you're just going to need your stamp set. Your ink pads, I think we just used one this month. I think we just used the Intense Black and colored pencils as well. And you kind of grab your adhesive and just go to town, right? I don't want you having to do all the unfun part. I want you guys to be able to do all the fun part. I realize that you probably do not have hours upon hours upon hours every single day available to do crafting because, laundry has to be done and children have to be fed, right? So this is just a fun little way for you guys to carve out a little bit of you time whenever you have the ability. I have some customers that take these to work with them, and they'll put their stamp pads and their inks, like in a little drawer in their office, and during their lunch hour, they will put these kits together during their lunch hour. It's fun to hear some of my customers who have told me how they utilize these. One of my customers years ago, her son was in traveling ball, and she said, Susan, when we had big tournaments that were away, all I knew is I had to just throw my kits into my bag. I had a little tiny bitty supply list. And she said it almost felt like that took the stress of being gone all weekend with my family. Ball is stressful and it's fast paced and you're like living in hotel rooms and eating junk food and all that kind of thing, right? And she said this kind of gave me a little bit of me time amongst all of that because I could just do it when they had practices or meetings, or I could do it in my hotel room or whatever. And she said that was kind of how she turned something that was maybe a little bit stressful for her into something that she really looked forward to, in the sense that in that downtime, she could be doing something she also enjoyed as well, which I love hearing how you guys are using these fun little kits. They're just kind of bite-sized, right? And so if you have a fun story to tell, let me have it, and then give me permission to tell all my peeps, because I just love it, right? I love it. So this one we've kept really simplistic. You guys know I do kind of strive on the pages to keep them pretty generic so that it will accompany a wide variety of photos, right? And so you've got this fun little holiday looking, these little snow globes, right? This one is super cool. If you look closely at it, I added a silver shimmer brush, or it's not silver, a gold shimmer brush. Let's see if my light will even pick it up. I don't think my light will pick it up. There, it's kind of shimmering. But there is some of the gold shimmer brush on top of those packages up there. But you can see where we've used those colored pencils kind of all around, and you can see that really beautiful texture of that watercolor paper. I just love it. So you've got a little bit of the gold glitter paper down here. You've got these beautiful Silver Bells dots. You guys, the brown, telling you, ever since they gave us the dots in the annual catalog a few years ago, I said, you guys are missing brown. We need some brown dots. And we finally got them, and they are awesome. I hope we keep them forever. I love them. So you've got these beautiful little snow globe embellishments here on the edges. Just some really of the generic Silver Bell paper here in the back. It's really, it does have a Christmas feel, but I totally think you guys can make it work for many, many things. But I did purposely keep the title really generic. So you've got Feeling Cozy with You. This is just a print and cut. So they're just two individual pieces. You've got that really great layering of the colors, which I love. You guys know by now, I am obsessed with print and cut. I mean, hello, you guys are getting over 600 of them. I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy how much I love this. It's just been a fun tool to learn this entire year. So I do anticipate the excitement of my VIP ladies learning how to do it as well. So your 8x6 pages are going to hold two 6x4 photographs, okay? And then you're going to have 4 shaker cards. So all of these cards are going to be assembled essentially the same way, but we had four different thin cuts in this stamp of the month, but one of them was just a little bit too tall for our little white scalloped piece here. This cute little guy was just a little too tall. So we just decided he would just be featured on the pages. And then you have the others that are the little shorter snow globes where they would fit so that we could keep the happy holiday sentiment there on top. So you can see just some fun neutral paper from the Silver Bells paper collection, and just a little bit of cardstock, a bit of that strip of the gold glitter paper that I just love. And then you can see the snow globe back there with the acetate on the top. And yes, the acetate is included in your kit, of course. And then you've got that fun have another yawn coming on. Sorry, guys. It's just kind of how we roll around here. It's just real life, okay? Nothing edited, nothing fancy. It's just real life around here. But you can see that that is a fun little embellishment to stick down on the top portion of this card, but we've just essentially made the shaker back underneath. So I'll show you guys how easy that is to create when we start the video series, but I am super happy with how they turned out. So you've got a variety of the papers, a variety of the stamps and thin cuts. So they're all different shapes. You can absolutely mix and match them if you would like to do that. But I am so happy with how they turned out. They're absolutely gorgeous. And again, you can see just a little bit of that soft coloring with the colored pencils back there, so as not to be competing with the neutral paper there. And I love this one. I see, okay, here's the deal. I'm just going to let you in on a secret of what I'm going to do. So, this is a snow globe that looks to be like an upside down jar. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you guys, when I'm done playing with this stamp set this month, I'm actually going to take my X-Acto knife. Don't everybody gasp. Okay. You know that I do this. I've done this for years, and it's okay because when you cut your stamp apart, you can just put it right back together like a puzzle piece on your block, right? So you're not going to hurt it. You'll still be able to use it like this if you want, but by cutting pieces apart, now you have even more variety because you have multiple ways to use it, right? But I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut around the outer edge of this little door here. And then if you turn it upside down, doesn't that look like a cool little jar? Now I'm going to have a fun little jar stamp that has a thin cut that matches, and I can be able to put flowers that are sticking out of it, and I'm just going to let you in on a secret. There's a flower stamp coming in the January stamp of the month. That would be, the February stamp of the month. So who knows, you might see it for that. But doesn't that I think it looks exactly like a fun little mason jar. And, this little door is going to have to, show itself out. Okay. So again, if you guys beat me to it and you get your X-Acto knife out, I promise you it'll still stamp just fine. Okay. But it's going to give you added versatility by taking out that middle part. And then you have a fun little mason jar with a thin cut. So I'm telling you, you're going to want to get this stamp. If nothing more than just for the mason jar, you guys, it's going to be awesome. So this is going to be your kit for $75 order on my shopping website. And you're going to get it shipped to your door for free. Now, just to clarify, and I always like to say it, you guys, you are not going to be obligated to order every month. You're not joining a club or anything like that. It's just a thank you gift, okay? There's no hidden strings attached. That's not how I roll. It's just my way of thanking you for choosing to do business with me and helping to provide for my family. And so if you would like to place a $125 order over on my website. Now remember, the 125, just like the 75, is after you've deducted VIP credit and before you've added your tax and your shipping. Okay. So if you order 125, you're actually going to get both kits. Okay. You're going to get the stamp of the month kit and what I call an add-on kit that I'm getting ready to show you. So 2 kits with $125 order. But on this one, it is first come, first serve. I don't restock those like I do the stamp of the month kits. So if you guys want one of these, you got to make sure you order quick, fast, and in a hurry. If not, I can't promise you that they will last the month. Okay. So this is like we've been doing for the past, oh my gosh, probably a year and a half, almost 2 years. These are going to be all of the cardstock pieces, Cricut images, print and cut, die cuts, all of that is going to coordinate with my Gnomes for Winter 12 by 12 scrapbooking workshop. So this is going to work out really, really well for a few reasons. Okay. This kit is going to be perfect if maybe you are someone that wants to put the workshop together, but you do not have a Cricut, or you just don't feel comfortable using your Cricut. I've done all the work for you, therefore you don't have to. This is also going to be great if you just frankly want to save the money and save the time for cutting and printing your own pieces, because it's all done for you. Okay. So all of the print and cut pieces, all of the cardstock pieces that you're going to see, all of that with the exception of the 12 by 12 base pages, because they don't ship worth a darn. You'll just have to provide your 12 by 12 base pages, okay? But all the other cardstock and all of those pieces are all included for you in the kit, okay? So that means when you guys get sit down to put this workshop together, you're only cutting your 6 sheets of printed paper, your pattern paper. That's all you have to cut if you get the kit, okay? Because I've done all of the other cutting for you, cardstock and Cricut pieces, okay? So you're gonna get this kit with all of this fun little bit of goodness, as well as the stamp of the month kit with a $125 order, providing that you get here quick enough before they sell out. Okay, so you're gonna get the files. You can get the files with the cutting guide and the photos that are gonna help you guys put all of those together. Okay, you'll notice all of my shipping envelopes have QR codes on them, and that QR code will take you directly to the folder that will have all those files in it. So you don't even have to ask me for a file, an email, and you don't have to wait for me to send it. You have access to it immediately when you get your kit, okay? So this, I think, is my favorite layout. And here's the deal. You guys know I'm not really even a gnome girl, but I love how this turned out. I absolutely love the strings of the Christmas lights. These are one solid image. It's a print and cut image, okay? So you've got one little swoop here and one little swoop here, okay? Isn't that adorable? These are all print and cut. There's no place like Gnome for the holidays, which I thought was really cute. You'll notice we've got a lot of those white acrylic snowflakes that you'll see throughout the workshop. I actually used every single one of them in the kit, or in the package, which is really fun that you don't have leftovers, right? It feels good to kind of use up what you buy. I think it just makes me feel like it has a purpose and that I didn't just waste my money. But you guys will also notice probably that most of my snowflakes have gems in the middle of them. I just love to do that. I don't really know why, but I do. So I've used the Silver Bells dots again, okay? And I've also incorporated a few bitty sparkles. Those are on your supply list as well. So I wanted to make sure that I could put a little tiny bitty sparkle in the middle of those teeny tiny snowflakes as well, so they weren't left out. Now, if you guys are like, yeah, I don't really need stuff in the middle of my snowflake, Suze, but thanks anyway, then you don't need to add bitty sparkles to your supply list. You're also going to want to use silver shimmer trim. So make sure that you have either some of that in your stash or grab that on your shopping cart. And you can use silver shimmer trim or you can use silver glitter paper. I've just used it in strips. So most of it is just used with the 3/8 inch width, which is the width of the shimmer trim. So you're going to see it used mostly like this, but there's one layout I'll point out to you where we've trimmed it down into really thin strips. That's super duper fun. And again, look at this one here. These little trees, I love them. Frozen in time, and you've got these fun little snowflakes here. And again, more of those fun Christmas lights. So if you guys don't like the gnomes, you can just take off this one, okay? Move your trees over where they're overlapping and you've got a nice little focal point there. And then this doesn't look like a bare spot. Okay. You know, I've told you before, I try to think of my fellow consultant or my customers that are the same with like me. They're like, gnomes aren't really my thing, Suze. So I'm giving you guys options if you don't like them that you can omit them. Now you've got a little peeky peek of a gnome down here. Don't worry. You can flip it over. The back side of that paper looks just almost exactly like this. It's like the outdoorsy, there's trees and deer and snowflakes and stuff like that on there, but the back side doesn't have a gnome, okay? So just flip it over. You guys are good to go. You'll hardly even change the look of the layout and it will have not an ounce of gnomes on it, okay? So I think this one's my favorite because of the Christmas lights, but this is layout number 1. You guys will notice there's lots of really great usable photo spaces on there. This is another favorite. This is something I've never done before, and I've had it in my folder for ideas for years and years and years. So these are just 1/2 inch strips of pattern paper, cardstock, zip strips, that kind of thing. Don't worry, all the measurements are on the cutting guide. Oh, pardon me. There's another yarn. But we have created this fun little tree here. So again, all the pieces that are cardstock are already cut for you. And then your pattern paper and your zip strips are on your cutting guide. It won't take but a moment to cut them all out, but you can see we've got some of those acrylic snowflakes scattered around. You've got some of the print and cut snowflakes scattered around. Some smaller photos here on the main left page. Fun little banner. I love that. And then you've got larger photos over here on the right side. Now, you guys know that a 4x4 photo is just a 4x6 with the edges trimmed off, right? Don't cut down middle of grandpa's forehead. Don't do that. But you can cut off the leg of the coffee table and no one's going to miss it. I promise. Okay. Now, if you're like, but I don't want to, Suze, I'm not cutting my photos. I know I'm not going to call you guys out, but there are some of you that message me and you're like, Suze, I can't do it. I just can't cut my photos. Oh, it's okay. All right. Let me show you a way we can work around that. All right. you are going to have 12-inch spans of your cardstock, right? So maybe you either omit this little blue cluster of goodness here, or maybe you take the little blue cluster and you stick it somewhere else, right? You're going to be able to put 2 4x6 photos anywhere across the span of this page, okay? So you could essentially have 6 4x6 photos and take off your blue pieces. You could even layer some of your smaller pattern papers and your snowflakes just on top of your photos, because you guys know I love to do that as well. So if you've got like the edge of, you're out sledding and the edge of the pasture, you can cover that up with a snowflake. That's not putting it on a person's head, right? So you have tons and tons and tons of options to make these photo sizes work for your standard 4x6 photos, okay? Don't look at the sizes and say, oh, that one's not for me, because it's ridiculous. We can talk through anything, okay? I promise. So fun little tree on layout number 2 and lots of variety with your photo sizes, okay? Now, this one is super fun too. So this is where I said we were going to use that silver shimmer trim and trim it down. So you're going to put your shimmer trim lengthwise on top of your trimmer track, and you're going to cut it down into little tiny strips. Now, again, if you guys don't want to use shimmer trim, you can use silver glitter paper just as easy. It's going to accomplish the very same thing. So you need either silver shimmer trim or silver glitter paper. They'll both work just fine. Everything's just cut into strips, okay? So you can see they're really thin strips. We've got some more of those really fun acrylic snowflakes, and they just kind of come down, and that's the little string, if you will, that holds our ornaments. I don't know where it's holding the ornaments. It's holding the ornaments to the top of the layout, you guys, and after what happens after that, I don't have a clue. But anyway, it's held where they're supposed to hold, right? In a lot of foam tape. So you've got these cute little stickers that we have used, and I used almost all of the stickers on the sticker sheet. The ones I found that I didn't use were the ones with the gnomes. So if you like gnomes, you have extra gnome stickers, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. You've got fun little ornaments on the right side as well. Winter Weather is Better Together, which I thought was just a super cute title. But you'll notice, look, 5 4x6 photos, okay? So you don't have to trim any down. But that's so fun. This is definitely a fun layout. One of my favorites as well. I keep saying that, right? Like the first 3 have all been my favorites. Okay, so number 4. I just felt like we had to do something with like a little mug, little like hot chocolate or cocoa or whatever you guys call it. So again, print and cut for the win. Okay. I have taken a lot of those smaller stickers and some of the bigger stickers, and I've cut them down to where they make sense size wise and to scale for our banner. Now you're going to see all of those cuts on the cutting guide, so you know exactly what stickers to cut part off of and which stickers to cut in half and all of that to be able to make the banner like I did. But like in some of them, we turned 1 sticker into 3, just by the way that you have cut it. And so that gave you a lot more options. Whereas instead of just ending up with a few of these random stickers that didn't really go with anything else, you guys hear me talk all the time about cohesiveness. It's like my favorite word when it comes to artwork. And I love being able to take something from the left side of the page and make sure that it's over on the right side of the page, so that if they were, get lost in the supermarket, people would know that they go together, right? So like this one right here, this was a round sticker with 1 snowflake on it, and I didn't really have a place for it, but I could easily take my trimmer and cut it down the center, leaving me 2 pennant looking, 2 little banner looking pieces that I could add with my banners, because the actual pennant stickers that we had on the sticker sheet that actually came to us in the shape of a banner or pennant, there was not enough of them to create a big long banner to take up this space. Therefore, we just went and grabbed some of the other stickers that were not pennants and banners, and we did a little bit of chop, little butcher, and this is kind of what our end result was, and I absolutely love it. So you've got a little bit of sparkle kind of happening by way of the silver bell dots and the silver shimmer trim and all that good stuff, but then you've got the fun the other stickers kind of scattered around. You guys know I love to just kind of overlap some of them in little portions of the stickers and that kind of thing, and you've got your fun little mugs down here that match your paper pack as well. So Again, just a fun little snow day. It says hot cocoa here, bundled up. Again, I just saw this was just so super cute and fitting for these stickers that we used. And so again, guys, you know, some of the layouts would look really great with your Christmas photos. Others are just going to be fun winter pictures, right? So maybe you're skiing or you're snowing or taking some landscape pictures or something like that. Lots of possibilities. I think you're really going to find a lot of ways to use these pages. Now, this one I like as well. So this, again, another custom title. This is definitely a Susan title. You sparkle more than Christmas lights. So you've got these fun little strands of the Christmas lights. Some of them are larger than the others, so you can kind of tuck them back behind your photos if you need to use a little bigger photos, where I have used some smaller ones here. You can just tuck the lights back behind there if you would like. And there you've got your fun little, again, your totally generic title, right? Doesn't talk about being a boy, talk about being a girl, doesn't really, not really super duper, themed, right? It's a fun little like affirmative, page title, right? So you've got, lots of like 8 really good size photos on this one. And I have to just say, I love this little gnome here. The best season of all, he looks like he's got Christmas lights wrapped around his little hat there, which I think is just ridiculously cute. I have about 100 of him cut out on my desk, and I'm going to be putting him together for some cards or additional VIP gifts. I'm still working on, what I'm going to do there, but, I think that page turned out really fun as well. So again, like you could probably look at these pages and go, yep, that's something Susan made. It's a little bit snarky. It's a little bit cheeky. That's definitely a Susan page. So, this is going to be the big workshop for the month, guys. It's all the blog posts are up now. A few days late, of course, but they're all up now. But you can get, if you maybe just want the cutting files for the Gnomes for Winter workshop, you can actually get that through PayPal and not place a website order. You can get that for $14. Or if you would like to have the stamp of the month files as well, you can bundle both of them together for a savings. There's a bundle savings on there. So on both the blog posts, you can grab either the stamp of the month files, the Gnomes for Winter, or you can get both out of savings through PayPal. And if not, you're welcome to place an order on the website and get them for free. So if you guys have questions about either of the workshops, or if I can answer any questions about becoming a VIP or something like that, please feel welcome to reach out to me. You don't ever have to apologize for, quote, bothering me, because you're never a bother to me. Please feel welcome to reach out. It is my heart to serve in whatever way that I am able. And I'll just be so happy to visit with you guys. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful month of December. We'll be back putting some cards together and putting some pages together and things like that. And so I look forward to visiting with you guys soon. So thanks so much for joining me. I know, as always, it's a super long video, but I'm so grateful for you guys hopping in and saying hey. I hope the rest of your evening is wonderful, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.